Welcome to Dubai and the Zabil Stadium for this Asian Football Confederation Champions League 2 quarter-final tie between Ahli of Qatar and Hussein of Jordan. Both these teams seeking continental glory for their very first time in their history. Both of them tantalizingly close to being able not just envisage it, but achieve it as well. Both these sides topped their groups, and then both sides came through the round of 16 after knocking out teams from the Islamic Republic of Iran. And Ahli seeing off Sepahan. Al Hussein more comfortable winners when beating Esteghlal. This is a straight knockout tie, no two legs because of the condensed congestion. And it was decided last month by the Asian Football Confederation, or AFC, that all remaining knockout games will be single leg ties at centralised venues, hence Dubai hosting tonight's game, being played very late in the evening. 11 o'clock local time it will be when the match kicks off. But for supporters of both these sides who've been waiting to see them make such history, and one of them will tonight as they get to the semi-finals of an Asian club competition. For the very first time, well, that will be something certainly to savour. It's been a fair while since either team has played in the competition, of course, given political events of recent times. A couple of months since Ahli played, as we see Ney Franco, coach of Al Hussein, bidding to advance Jordan's record in this competition, which in its precursor AFC Cup, 3 Jordanian sides won back in the noughties, but they haven't been back to the final since. There's Yunus Ali, trusted with trying to see if he can lead Ahli into the final, where they would, if they managed to do so, become the very first team from Qatar to make it to the showpiece event. Al Hussein players waiting to come out. Their supporters in the yellow shirts that we can see. Bringing some atmosphere to proceedings.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Al-Ahli team from Qatar and Al-Hussein team from Hashemiyya Kingdom of Jordan. والآن نرحب بالفريقين، فريق الأهلي من دولة قطر وفريق الحسين من المملكة الأردنية الهاشمية.
Set to come out, try to emulate the local side. As champions of the AFC Champions League 2. Referee tonight, chance in the semi-finals after the Saudis beat Al Wazir. 4-0 in today's first quarter-final. Uncharted territory. Many of these players, not all of course. Formalities almost complete, and we are almost there. Not all. You can see there, Julian Draxler at number 7 for Ahli. Won the World Cup with Germany back in the day. Ahli, a few years. He is one of 2 changes made by Ahli. Coach today, also coming into the side, Ibrahim Jallo. Dropping to the bench, Hamad Mansour, the midfielder, and Rayan, the defender. They will, of course, feel that they have roles to play should they be called upon to come in. Semi-final coming up on Wednesday. It's not just about getting through today if you want to make it to the final next month. But also game management, fatigue management. There's just for tonight, which could go all the way to penalties and extra time if also, as said, semi-final against Al Nassr will take place. But who will they face? Are we on the left, or will it be Hussein in yellow? And surprisingly, Ney Franco has also made changes coming into the side today. It's Mohamed Taha defence, Cashew midfield, Ashley Coffin. Lead the line alongside the likes of Sissa Jalbouche. Was a little one-sided final earlier today with that 4-0 scoreline. Ronaldo amongst the goals, so too Sadio Mane on Al Nassr. Expecting things to be a little tighter, despite the fact that Al Ahli have been in poor form domestically, while Al Hussein are flying high in Jordan. So far, the campaigns in the AFC Champions League have been dissimilar, as said, both topping their groups, both coming through against Iranian opposition in the round of 16. Going head-to-head against one another. Taking his time to get the signal, which will advise him that we can get underway. And we are underway. It is AFC Champions League 2 quarter-final between Al Ahli, Qatar, Al Hussein, Jordan. Al Ahli playing from left to right, all in white with the green trim. Al Hussein, Jordanians, yellow shirts, black edges. Yes, Ali, the 43-year-old, appointed 6 months ago now, November 2025, as a Qatari. Who used to play alongside Pep Guardiola at Al Ahli, this club, as we're seeing Nate Franco, usually in charge of Al Hussein, and named Guardiola after alongside the Spaniard at the club. They have told that Manchester City beat a big game in the Premier League earlier today. In chance, in it goes! Well, what a start that is for Al Ahli. Eric Exposito, with barely a minute on the clock, has given the Qataris the dream start. Well, how about that? Well, you can understand the smile on the face of William Troost-Ekong. And so too, Exposito, the Spaniard. The timing of the run looked really good. The ball in from Draxler. Well, you might expect it. Exposito stooping low to guide it past Yazid Abu Layla. He's been in good form for Al Hussein, but he was given little chance. Draxler picking the pocket of the Al Hussein defence. Exposito flying in. Second of the campaign. Second of the knockout stages, having also scored in the first leg against Sepahan. Late on in the game, Exposito did so. Start making it a habit, I'm sure his teammates and colleagues will be delighted with him. That is just the start. The Qataris after. Ali, the last side left in. Competition after his pass. His second, Yansane, the man who scored the goal in the round of 16 to get Qataris to this stage. Jallo touching it back. That only goal is done is very much allowed. Settle down. Not forcing. This is just a one-legged affair. Straight knockout football. The best thing you can say for the visitors, Al Hussein, is that they've got a lot of time to find their way back into this game. Just knocks up sideways at Ali. A lot of players getting some good early touches of the ball. But so far Al Hussein just struggling. Fit on the ball. Low natural possession. Here's Exposito. That's only ahead of him. Exposito again. Put it up to the left-hand side. Nigerian. Robin Tihi, 23-year-old, into Yansane. Exposito trying to play around the corner. Just settling for a wide advantage of the Al Hussein dugout. Tihi, first touch there, getting himself lapped the Dutchman. 14. Al Ahli in a danger man in offensive range. Rebound Rally out to the left-hand side. Well, this is the first ever campaign in the this competition for Ahli. What an achievement it would be for them. To the last not in a good domestic form in Qatar Stars League. 3 points away from relegation zone with just one game of the season left, and they're meeting one of two sides that could theoretically catch them. It's very much been a campaign to forget, certainly. The international Asian one is a very different story. As he spread out to the left-hand side, as we've seen. I was going to say the first real foray forward from Al Hussein. So the offside flag going up. Very much in contrast to Ahli. League fortunes for Al Hussein very, very different there. Second on the table, were at the start of the day. Level on points with the league leaders Al Faisali. Crucially with a game in hand. Not many games of the season left. Hussein 23, 27 is the limit, and on the final day of the season, Hussein played none other than Ahli. What a game that could be. It's worth mentioning Al Fazli again because they were the first ever side from Jordan to win this competition when it was, as said, known as the AFC Cup. It was in 2005, then they repeated the feat in 2006. And a year later, Shabab Al-Ordog won an all-Jordanian final, beating the red holders Faisali. Sisa gets on the ball for the first real time in the game, and Al Hussein with a foothold in the final third. Opportunity to deliver into the middle, and it comes. It's just too far forward for Sisa. And it's coming down at the back, and Flap, can he get onto that? He cannot, because it's well there. Cut out by Salim Eber Baid. Star of this side. 32 years of age now, Draxler, that's his 4th assist of the campaign. 6th match in the competition, didn't play a minute of round of 16. And Ahli saw of Sepahan. 3-2 on aggregate it was in the end. Had to go to extra time because it was 2-2 on aggregate at the end of 90 minutes in the second leg, and then early on in that extra time, having been waiting and waiting for a goal. It was goalless that night until Jan Sanek in the very first minute of the additional time, extra 30 minutes. The goal to Ahli, where they are tonight. Digs forward. strength in him, twisting and turning. They've still got it alive, and Exposito trying to play it flat. Silly. To touch that back to Yazid. Just be adding to the 2 clean sheets he already has in the competition. Here's Vlap trying to the second for Ahli. Exposito, space here, in behind, chance to make it 2. Oh, that's a superb save from Yazid. What an opportunity for Yansane to double the advantage. And didn't put it wide enough for Yazid. Look at that. Expertly timed, really good first touch as well. He was looking to play it into the bottom corner, read by Yazid. And he knows it, Yansane. And he could have done a whole lot better, and arguably should have done a whole lot better. There was the skipper, Hussein. He's got a job to do. But comebacks will not phase this side. Al Hussein, they were trailing Istiklal in the round of 16 on the night. To win 3-2 to secure a 4-2 aggregate victory that game. In February, just Karl Ahli's last was in the competition. So they won't necessarily be phased. Hussein. Ahli have lost the game in the tournament so far. Ahli unbeaten. Ironically, perhaps, or coincidentally, perhaps, the only team to have beaten Al Hussein in this campaign was Sepahan, who saw off in the last round. It's just inside to Ahli. Few chances, as you can imagine, giving that blistering start by Ahli. Twist and a turn away. Salim again. Nicely forward. Ahli comes inside, pass flat, tripped by Vlap, and that'll be a free kick. Al Hussein's way. You can see what Michel Vlap makes of that. He dangled a leg. Ahli certainly took it. Minimal contact, but equally did Vlap need to do what he did. There's Coffee wearing number 9. They've also set up the skipper from the back. Ahli with the delivery. Didn't get enough height on it, so Exposito could clear that away. Ayed, back to Yazid. That's been left and stick on. Reading it well. Trying to clear that Coffee with that good bit of defensive play. Just to keep Ahli a little bit penned back in Half deep inside it. Tihi down the line. Esposito, sort of it by 2. Fetoubi. Time in the world. Moroccan. Now we another Moroccan. Nigeria, that African flavour. It's the Qatari side at the moment. Here we go, just 21 years of age. Become a regular in the side in recent times. Has missed a minute of the last 4 games before tonight. Here he is, digs forward. Now just waiting. Fetoubi just looking to open it up to Yatsane. He's taken that down really well. Difficult ball dropping over his shoulder. It looked easy to the 22-year-old. Long on this occasion. Simple routine over the top, but too far from Esposito. Al Hussein supporters still trying to encourage their team. Fair side from Jordan to reach the quarterfinals of this specific competition, the Champions League 2. As I said, of course, the former guys. Other teams who went considerably further. Dumbuya, a youngster in this side, just 18 years of age, into Vlap. Draxler digging it out into a bit of space for Yatsane. Shallow forward under him, well read. Yatsane, that's really good pace of down. He's got down at the judging referee. Feeling that was a impediment against Yatsane. Here he is again. It's caught again as well, this time Coffee with a parrying and with a touch. Hussein just struggling to get it down, play their football. That's better into Sisa. Well read as well and taken off his toes. Another chance for the Jordanians. Good strength in the middle as well from Al Mahdi. Sisa. Full of movement, giving the side options, the playmaker. Looking in the middle for Coffee. Flipped over Coffee. There's the best opportunity here. Oh, do not miss it. Hussein have responded in perfect style. Not to see his effort go in, but he won't mind too much when the ball is in the back of the net. And now Hussein with their first attack of the game. They've got their first goal of the game. We are back where we started. Well started has been to this Champions League 2 tie. Well, just indicating he's possibly waiting waiting for something. Took it very, very coolly, did Kashi. And what is his Champions League 2 debut. He's got his first goal in the competition as well. Nothing for Coffee. Quite hit the spot. 21. The whistle will signify that there is nothing wrong with the goal. Arms outstretched from some of those on the Ahli coaching bench. That's a proper attack from Hussein. Be a concern. Every game, just trying to find exposure. Another chance to Finland at international level. Yes, Sally goes down on the floor. Foul. Pedro just plays it sideways and give it up in the middle. Jallo now. Tihi. Rawi. For Tuhi. Into Vlapu. Goes all the way back to Arwan Nadreldin. It's a nice passing move, but it was red in the end. Bala Hussein, Sisa, looking for movement ahead of him. And the corner it goes, the player is down, right in front of the Hussein supporters, and he's just getting on with it. Jallo, that's short, and that's a strike at goal, ambitious one. A long way off from Rouge. Second appearance of the campaign today, the left back, Abu Rouge. Here he is. He's a useful first touch as well. And he keeps it alive. Al-Mahdi. Good strength and desire shown by Kashi to get on the end of it. And they've still got it out. He's saying this is better. And that's surely a foul by Fatuhi. Fatuhi will be the first player. Going to the referee's number. To his dismay, he was booked in the round of 16. The first leg where you can clearly see his boot catching the left knee of Ashley Coffey. He's limping away as well. Recently, Coffey, the journeyman striker who started his career in the lower leagues, amateur ones of English football before seeking foreign pastures into Sweden, Finland, People's Republic of China. Oh, here he is in the AFC Champions League 2 quarterfinals. Pedro. Ahli, now to Abu Ghush. Nawi. Uncompromising from Trustakar. Esposito goes down onto the challenge from Salim. It's inside the free kick as well. Chance for Ahli just to settle back down, perhaps. Here is the moment he'd rather look back on. Esposito really gave it his all. He has struggled for goals this season. Spaniard. Hussein's response. Fine header. Oh man, absolutely no chance with the initial effort, and even less. Followed into sweep home. Hussein forward. Best ball back to him. It's Kashi. Using a bit of space. Goal scorer. To Pedro. Hussein, long ago. Coffee with the good movements, but he's a little bit too early. But a decent out ball offered to his defence. Much in it. His first touch as well from Coffee. You can see he's appreciative of the pass. I'm sure at the back they'll appreciate the movements as well. Said earlier, a bad week for Qatari clubs in Asian competition on Monday. Duhail knocked out of the AFC Champions League Elite. Beaten by the defending champions Ahli, no namesake of the Qatari side of course, but the Saudi Arabian champions. Last season in the Champions League Elite. And on Thursday, Al Sadd, recently crowned Qatari champions under coach Roberto Mancini. They were knocked out of the quarterfinals by Vissel Kobe. Japanese side winning on penalties after it had ended 3-3. So the onus very much on Ahli. The bid for a continental glory from Qatar. Coffee. Still on. Playing on for now, says the referee, and in the space, and their players coming into the area as well. They tried to play it back into Cisa. Get it through, he's gone down. Free kick, he's gone against him. So Tumi, not impressed with the fall of Coffee, and Coffee equally unimpressed. The effort from Fatouhi, well, there's a little elbow going into the midriff of the Al Hussein player. I'm not sure they're going to be agreeing on this decision. going the Hussein defender's way. Two goals in the Champions League, too, for 29-year-old Esposito. Took him until February to score in the league. He's got 1 goal from 16 appearances in the Stars League this season. For the man on the ball now. That's nicely forward. Nice chance of goal as well. Well, it slipped wide, but that was very incisive from Ahli. And Sané, the man getting the shot away at the end, his second of the game. Good way to pass from Esposito. And Sané, he's had one with his left and now one with his right, and neither have really impressed. Good running down that right-hand flank and good interchange as well. With Ahli's number 10. He did miss chances as well in the round of 16, Jan Sané. Very good one in the first leg against Sepahan, but obviously he came good when it mattered in the second, in extra time. So we need to be careful. Coffee. Jalo will pick this up. Esposito guided through a forest of legs. Dumbuya now. With a lovely sweep of his left boot, finding Jan Sané. Sweeping it out to the left-hand side for Tuhida Conductor, the 36-year-old for Ahli. Here's Draxler. To get fully involved in the game, the German. You see a decisive moment, just a minute in, setting up Esposito's goal. Imagine many coaching staff and fans would like to see a little bit more from him. More involvement, certainly more touches on the ball. Here's Jallo. Played into Draxler and then out to Dumbuya. Draxler. A bit more centrally at times. Rawi. Esposito on the charge, but it's way beyond him. 20-year-old. Drops his shoulder, skips past Jan Sané. Nicely done. Hardy. Push overlapping. If he can find him, he can't. Instead, he finds Tihi. Sané just missed that one out when he thought the ball was coming his way, I think. Tihi, 23 years of age. Sweden to a Moroccan father. Chose ultimately to represent Finland, which he could as well. Another to have missed both legs of the round of 16. Former France Youth International who joined the club in July. Midfield. Black. Deep to try and get involved in the game. Jallo muscled off it. Up again. He is Ahli's top scorer in the competition, it's worth saying. Michel Vlap with 5. Had, like I said, it's been at 1 before. They were the next best in terms of finding the goal. To 2 now, of course. Vlap, we've yet to see him anything like a goal-scoring opportunity. Abu Goush, Coffee. He blocks. Salim. Into the area, but stick on with the freedom to get that away. Salim again. Kashi spreading it wide and just to get it out as well. Here's Sisa. A little bit of space for Sisa as well. Still Sisa, jinking, twisting. And into the middle it comes. Just needs a touch to set it up and on the turn. Well, that was an outstanding block by the Nigerian Trustekon. Because Al Hussein did really well to get the strike away. And here's Yansane now on the counter. Needs support. Played it into Dumbuya. Axel just to go back at Ahli build again. It'll be worth seeing that effort again. Esposito. Flat. Still on. Jallo. And again. Vlap. Very comfortable on the ball, the Dutchman. And Larry. Again, looking to play it forward to Exposito. Support in the middle. He can keep this alive, and he's doing badly. Here's Jallo. Opportunity to cross. Only one to aim at in there. It's Yansane, and it's over here. Just allowed to roll out on that far side. Esad Haddad. Tihi for Ahli. Backstop. Very patient. Esposito looking again for Yansane. We'll get a second chance at it, but we'll knock it back, and then it's anywhere will do time at the back from Al Hussein. A reminder, as you join us late, that it's Al Nasser of Saudi Arabia who await in the semi-finals of the Western region on Wednesday after Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane on the score sheet today in a 4-0 defeat of Al-Wazl, the Rati side. Whoever makes it through tonight and whoever makes it through Al-Nasser involved in the semi-finals will be meeting Gamba Osaka of Japan, who made it through in the Eastern Region semi-finals after beating Bangkok United 3-0 in Thailand on Wednesday to secure a 3-1 aggregate win. Both sides losing on each occasion in that tie. Exposito spreads it out wide. Looking back into it, Flap almost managing to profit. Here's Exposito with the strike, it just drags it wide. But he's working hard tonight. And Ahli's main central man. Just one thought in his mind. Just dragged it a little. So Gamba looks like just one win away from the first continental title. Something that has eluded both these sides on the pitch tonight in their history. The final in the middle of May, the 16th of May, day for your diaries. The winners will qualify for next season's Champions League elite, unless they've already done so through their displays in their domestic league. Suitably tantalising prize on top of that glory that of course comes with any cup win. So just taking his eyes off the ball. Came into the side today. Choose to come as we tick towards the half-time break. Looking to the left. Flack will pick it up, or thought he had done. Referee not happy, and Hussein will have a chance to clear their lines. Side flag going up against Dumbuya, awarding a left back for Ahli. France under-18 international. Through the social youth system. Very much his first sort of real flavour of professional competitive football. Ahli left back. Turn 19 until August, so definitely a man with a bright future ahead of him. Given away by Al Hussein a little cheaply in the centre of the park. Truth to call. Vlap will ensure that doesn't happen for Al Ahli. Yad Sane now. Tuhi eyes up, looking for the pass and wanting just a little bit more movement in front of him. Jallo. The former Nigeria captain, to Yad Sane. Nice to poke it pass. Rugush. It's a fairly equal battle, that one down the right-hand side. With Ahli looking at it. Jallo. Rawi. Exposito stretching. Tihi. Sane, 2 minutes of additional time. No closer to knowing as the half-time break approaches which of these two sides will be making it through. Exposito. The hit it, good work from Cisa. Coffee just bounced off it. Jallo got another chance. Coffee goes down again. This time he does win the free kick. Just going through the back of him. No urgency from Al Hussein. Sisa slipping. He scored a fine goal in the end of 16. Sisa away to Esteglal in the first leg. Strike out of nowhere, showing the firepower that he's got, but we've yet to really see that from the 27-year-old tonight. So it's the Ahli attack that has seen far more of the ball as we come to the close of this opening period. Far more possession for the team in white. Al Hussein had been economy personified, scoring with their first chance, and another half chance after that. That is it for the first half. 1-1 at the break. Dubai Exposito giving the Qataris an incredibly quick lead, just 2 minutes on the clock, just past the 60 seconds or so. And then Yusuf Kashi on his AFC Champions League 2 debut, finding the back of the net after Ashley Coffey's header had come back off the post. There were chances after that for Sekou Yansane for Ahli, which he could not take, meaning that at the break here, it is Ahli 1, Al Hussein 1.
ये ऐसा मारेगा ना अल्लाह से मैं इधर था ना इतना छोड़ा होगा निकलता इतना बड़ा شباب ركز من اولها.
So the players returning to the field for this second half, and one which will determine who will meet Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia in the semi-finals on Wednesday night. Al Hussein, I would imagine the messaging might have been the fact that improvements certainly can be made, especially in the final third. And Ali have seen a lot more of the ball, and for them, opportunities having come and gone. I wonder if the focus is very much simply on taking the chances that have come their way, especially the ones that fell to Sekou Yansane. Challo has been calm in the middle of the park. And we are back underway. Possibly likely to see the start that we did at the beginning of the game, where Esposito was stooping just after the minute mark to head home. Julian Draxler's fine cross. Here is Esposito again. Draxler to his left-hand side, instead he played it into Doumbouya. Flap in the middle. Yansane as well. Esposito into Flap. Doumbouya. Draxler in space, to his left foot, looking for Yansane as far as Flap. Here's Esposito. Just couldn't bring it down, and possibly used his shoulder to do so anyway. Trustekong. Forward to Fatouhi. Captain. Feeling that from Al-Mahdi. He's got to be careful, Al-Mahdi. Last time out. His legs of the 16 and the third booking. Keep him out of the semi-finals, should. Stay together, of course. Compatriot Fatouhi. Tihi. Howie again. His first season at the club, the Moroccan. They can keep the ball very comfortably at times. Ahli sweep it up. Looking for Doumbouya. Work for him to do, trying to get on the other side. Felling his man as he did so. Doumbouya has been used all across the park. Ahli so far, left back, right back, centre back, played left midfield as well. Versatility. Happy with the positioning of the free kick, which offside. Echo to Yansane. Jallow. Draxler. 3 assists in his last 2 games in the competition for Draxler. I will certainly want to see him on the ball more often. Nicely over the top. Esposito. Flat more central in the middle of this second period and further forward than we saw in the opening 45 minutes. Bundesliga experience, Flat. Good spell there with Bielefeld earlier in his career. Sign of the quality that he can bring. Draxler. It speaks for itself. Hussein possession cheaply again. They are here as Jordanian champions. They are on the charge now. Coffee in the middle, so too Cisse if the ball could come over. Abu Gouche down the left-hand side. That'll be a corner. We haven't seen too many of them. Fetouhi seeing that one. It's very easy to feel it. 6 years of age, as said. He's got a lot of work. Skipper Ahli for the first time in the last round. Sana, Pedro to the 2 central defenders, the targets, and it comes and Esposito, the striker. Defensive work from him, and well, the referee's played the advantage. Here goes Vlap, he's got Yansani to the left half of him. If he can find him, that's a lovely pass through. Here's Yansani to make it 2. Denied. Smothered the danger. Found himself in, a little bit unlucky that the ball bounced back off the goalkeeper and off him. Corner for Ahli. Lovely weighted pass through to him. Michel Vlap. Taking off the toes of Essa. That's nice. Dumbuya. And Sané again in space. Here he is, little flick into Vlap. Draxler. A little bit early. Esposito. Mindful of Coffee behind him. Esposito again. I think he was looking for Dumbuya. He's to find it all the way through to Draxler on the bounce. And still Draxler goes. Jallow. Tihi. Esposito. The right winger at times. The whistles come out from the Al Hussein supporters. Flap again, just a pocket of space for the Dutchman. Gets it back, Flap. Can he make it 2? He cannot. Super save again from Yazid, who stands firm for Al Hussein. Draxler to the byline. In it goes again. The combination of goalkeeper and defender scramble that away. For Al Hussein, who are living dangerously at times. Ahli starting the second half, the dominant side. Al Hussein have Yazid, Laila to thank for keeping them level once but twice in the opening 10 minutes of this half. Wow, the ball now, the latest to be denied. Echo. Sané didn't read it and held his hand up to apologise as well. That's a smart turn to get away from two. Ceases in the middle if they can find him, just 1 to aim at. Ahli recover. And now they can break at the other end. Draxler, Flappin, Jan Sané to the right of him. Taking his time, still Draxler, opening it up for Tuhi. To work it onto his left foot, set it for Draxler. To flip it to a Vlap. Goes down Coffee. Really well go into the referee's notebook as well as the result. 32-year-old. So he took the ball. He joins as skipper for Tuhi. Simple decision. This is the chance. Vlap was unable to direct it either side of his body. Glorious opportunity. Challenge. Draxler. It's been pulled by Hussein. Wants a yellow card for that. He goes in to the back. He's furious and he needs to step away. Control some of the anger. See the At least you can see him smiling now. Confirmation of the German receiving the card. They weren't affected too much given that he missed the round of 16 and yellow cards get wiped at the end of the group stage of Champions League 2. Pushing the back. Cisse. Decision for the man in the middle to make. For Tuhi, fouled. As the man will float this free kick forward. Draxler. To his right foot, Exposito. Using his strength well. Vlap to pick up the loose ball. And Sané in the middle again. And just couldn't nail it back. So Tihi, who had got forward from right back. Now scattering to his own half to pick up the ball, which now that Waldine will do. Sané. Drop of the shoulder from Jan Sané, that's nicely done. And then, so well done. Exposito, really good hunger and desire again from the Spaniard. After the Liga appearances at the start of his career with Las Palmas. Leading the line very well today for Ahli. He was floated in, looking for it. Slowly just couldn't get the touch. Play it down in the area and play will get held up, but that was beautifully played forward No, Fetouhi just needed the touch. Draxler that didn't really come. Look at this. Completely missed it. Yazid had come a long way. Any little flick would change things around as we see the first changes of the game. Both coming from Hussein. Rezik and Bahigani up forward. Among those coming on. So too, we have El Haj. He's a winger. Coffee being replaced, worked hard. There's a little reward. Abu Gouche also coming off the Jordanians. Arab, in his 5 appearances so far, has got 2 assists, including
substitution for Hussein
that creativity tonight. So, make it through for the last 4. Half an hour to go. As well. Space. Zeke has just come on. And a striker goal from distance as well. Bounced in front of Marwan. Took him in the second attempt. Any tame strike, but has not had much work to do. Simply because his defensive protected him very well, Marwan. Rodin. Esposito, difficult ball. Yassani to the right of him if he can find it. He looks for Verpinster. It's an outstanding defensive challenge. Not only a corner and nothing more for Ahli. Nice interplay up front again from the Qatari side. Look at that for a tackle. Body in the way. See why Jordan had been using him more and more. The 2 of his 9 international caps having come this last June. The 34-year-old getting on, but possibly with Jordan, the World Cup surely. Swung in and that's got that's a waste. Jordan taking on the likes of Austria, Algeria, and Argentina in just 2 months' time. That is going to be, and there will undoubtedly be some players on the field today. Taking part. That's a lovely flick around the corner. And finally, Al Hussein on the charge in this second half. Can they use it? You've got men in the middle. Cease's one of them if they can play it into it. No, they can't. The cutback didn't happen. They just have not got in behind too often. So when they do, you need to feel that they'll do better than that. Razik has just come on. Able to guide it back inside the 24-year-old. Franco. It is to taste glory, especially in a second-tier cup competition. He won the Copa Sudamericana 2012 with Sao Paulo. This is his last title. He came a year after he won not only the South American Championships with Brazil's under-20 side, but the World Cup that year as well. Squad that included the likes of Casemiro, Philippe Coutinho, Oscar. It's certainly worked manager of Hussein today, has been since December. Seen enough of his side as an attacking threat. That's not a problem for Ahli. Draxler looking to burn into the middle. He just couldn't get it across to Yansari. He was trying, you could see. He didn't want to shoot, he wanted to pick out a teammate. Once again, Salim to the rescue for his side. Yeah, left back, centre back. Straight from a corner. To celebrate it. Yazid, who's been in good form and gone for recent times. Well, he will not want to see that again. Jackson has scored on him the last thing he was expected to do. Thank you. From a corner. The protests are coming in.
Did you listen? Did you listen to me? Let them play.
A bit of time. Message that he was fouled, or possibly the ball. I think the accusation is that a player was just barging into it. So to give the referee space as he consults with his VAR crew. It's an individual from Tajikistan leading VAR officials, Chef Amirjan. Since the referee is just waiting for a decision, you've just got to be patient. He just needs to get somewhere where he can hear. The decision appeared to be that the goal stands. That is what the screen is saying, where you can see he came and flapped at it. Got the wrong side of the ball. Jordan International, Tihi the man in the way. One of his own defenders charging back. And it just was not a solid hand. And the contact on Yazid Abu Layla was not solid either. And Ahli, the most unlikely source, a goal from a corner, not from Julian Draxler. Now ahead with just a quarter of the quarter-final to go. It means Al Hussein are going to have to come out of their shells again. A reminder that Ahli are unbeaten in the competition so far this season. To become the first Qatari club to get to the final of this competition, looking to win their first trophy this century. They've been up and down at times over the years. Ahli relegated from the top flight in Qatar in 2012. They were promoted again in 2013 and flirted with relegation at times since. But they are leading now. Striker goal, that's a really good save, and had to be from Marwan to maintain Ahli's lead. Aref striking really well. It's Al Hussein, as I said, having to show us more what they're about. There will be no one more desperate to see Al Hussein get back into this game than the 33-year-old goalkeeper. Now one forward. Exposito. Flap alongside, and this is promising 2-on-2. Striker goal from Exposito. Well, did not make the most of the opportunity. Salim, player down. It would be a blow if he were to leave the field. Fatuhi sportingly going over to see if he's okay. Is it cramp? Doesn't seem to be. It looks to be a problem with the back of the top of his calf. And now the familiar treatment for cramp is indeed being applied, but Salim in some difficulty. Who joined Hussein in 2023. Regular on the side. So we're going to see this goal again. See a little push on Tihi. Came too far forward. Flapped at it, and his body in the wrong sort of position. Strongly suggested it is indeed cramp that Salim is suffering from. Anxious looks, understandably, from the Al Hussein supporters. They've had it as good as they've known it in recent times. They won the title in Jordan for the very first time in 2024, and then they repeated the feat last season. A significant triumph that was, because they took the title away from the capital for a rare occasion in history. So dominant of teams from been over the years. So based in Irbid, the third largest city in Jordan. 72 previous league titles or triumphs. Contributed to 5 occasions that sides from a man the likes of our Faisali among them. Always been crowned champions of Jordan. They are bidding to make it 3 in a row, which would be quite something, having never won it before. Some big games coming up. So it's just 4 more to go. It's offside. Love, of course, get into the last 4 of this competition, but they need a goal. They need more efforts than the likes that the Aref just showed a few moments ago, when forcing Marwan into a good save. Coffee didn't have many chances, and Cisse, he's just been on the periphery. Under pressure, and here goes Bruno as well, just on the ground for fun. Esposito puts the challenge in, down the line it goes. There is Cisse, Jallo, Flap. Esposito looking again for Flap. Here is the dangerous Dutchman, Fatuhi. Yansade forcing the save again from Yazid, straight at it. Fatuhi into Flap, trying to drop the shoulder to get the strike away, unable to do so. Yassine may well be dreaming about Yazid by the time he goes to bed tonight, because he just cannot beat him. Figure in red, constant form on his side. Clear-cut chances, not having Hussein got in. From the corner, having done so. Vlap, a lovely touch that from Fatuhi, just inviting Sane to shoot, but once again just straight at Yazid, like Vlap's chance early in the second period was as well. Chance for the Hussein keeper to redeem himself a little, of course. Changes continue to come from Hussein. Hassan departing, and Yusuf Abu Al-Jazar coming on in. Came on the second leg. Equalising goal. The score 2-1. Trailing 2-1 when he came on, and it's a similar scenario tonight. Esposito just going down and drawing the free kick after the foul from Pedro. In the wrong half, but just get on the player for 2. That's loose from Draxler. Couldn't be controlled either. Get it back, Ahli. Luckily. Rowie. Come. Flapping a lot of space. Draxler. Drop on the shoulder. Read by his opposite number. Could go anywhere from Dumbuya. Tihi struggling with it, just eventually knocks it forward to Jan Sane. Gets shifting. Vlap. Draxler to his left. Esposito just ghosting in on the far side of the box. He's gone to the byline, digs it in. Here is Esposito. Onto his chest, striker goal. And a good block as well. Cello with the follow-up. Straight at Yazid. Chances continuing to come for the Qataris. Could be out of sight by now, as it is. Just a goal to the good. Abu Al-Jazar. Cisa, finally a little bit of space for Cisa. It was a horrendous delivery, let's be honest. Better ball in at the other end, of course, from Draxler. Nicely taken down on the chest by Esposito. Got a good strike away as well. Just cannoned to Hussein player before Jallo's effort also took a little nick that took the sting out of it. Offside against Esposito. Rolling from the Al Hussein supporters as they see attempts just to run down the clock a little bit. Need to see more from their side. And Sane. And still. Nice trickery, nice footwork, and he's got himself out in the tight corner. Dumbuya. Draxler. He was once at PSG, and Sane came up through the youth academy at PSG. Not to forget. Should manage to see it over the line. A little push in the back from Exposito, but he's still backing away. Then he's fouled. Hussein, who I think is trying to point out the little push at the beginning. Exactly that. And ushered away. He's used his strength well tonight, Exposito. Bringing him down. Time for Ahli to make the changes. Ahmed, Riyad. Dropped for this game. Here's the man coming on, or youngster, 22 years of age, Draxler.
Player number 7, Julian Draxler, is replaced by player number 41, Ahmed Riyad. تبديل الفريق الأهلي القطري خروج اللاعب رقم 7 جوليان دراكسلر ودخول اللاعب رقم 41 أحمد رياض.
Counter past midnight. Rates there. Big Denumo. Riyad on. The defensive-minded change from Ahli on the fullback. Slotted in his regular position at right back, so it looks like they're going to end the game with 5 strong across the back. And Ahli, as they try and hold on to this goal. There's a host of top Asian club and football coming your way in the next week. The semi-finals of the AFC Champions League taking place on Monday as Vissel Kobe take on the defending champions Ahli of Saudi Arabia. And on Tuesday, another Japanese side, Machida Selvia, taking on Shabab Ahli. Final on Saturday in Jeddah. Wednesday night. It's the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League 2. Al Nassr, the Saudi side, waiting. Looks like being Ahli. Digs forward. Kept in nicely so as well. Good touch. Rezik. Just hit that a little short, and Yansane, good running from him. It just needed a touch to break it up and interrupt the rhythm of Al Hussein. More substitutions coming from Al Hussein. Offensive ones too. Winger. Amongst those coming on. It's now or never time. Killed with the first touch. Drifting in. And that's delivered as far as Marwan. They've got some good numbers forward there, Al Hussein. This is going to go straight out as treatment will come for Robin Tihi. So Salim, the defender. That's those coming off. Kashi, the goal scorer. Vader scored. Stoppage side.
Substitution for Hussein Jordan.
Yes, that's the cloud to win the game. Other man coming up.
Substitution for Hussein Jordan. Player number 21, Ahli, is replaced by player number 23, Ahli.
Position earlier in the tournament, that was on match day 1 in the very first game for Al Hussein against Sepahan. Bring a goal threat, the 20-year-old. This will just add on the minutes to the additional time as we see Draxler's corner again. Absolutely flapped at by Yazid. That's why he did use his right hand instead of his left. Instantly went to complain. Question as well as whether the ball had gone over the line. Referee from Tajikistan. Clear in his decision as he gets something of a breather.
Player number 60 is replaced by player number 23,
He's off. Yes, Ali makes another change for Al Ali. Looks calm enough, but I'm sure his heart is racing. Concentration throughout tonight's game is crucial. As already said before the game. And we'll hope that that concentration continues for the next few minutes. Sisa looking to play around the corner. Important intervention by Amraoui. Forward from Rayan, straight into touch. 3 minutes of the 90 and then what's ever added on. Separating from Al Ali, reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League 2 in their debut campaign in the tournament. Anxious look from Nate Franco. Flap forward to Esposito, just muscled and fit. Fairly so by Pedro in the eyes of the official. Flap in behind, striker goal from Flap and Yazid. Once again, keeps his eye on it. He's on the prize, turns it behind for a corner. And his shot blocking has been terrific. He's pouring at corners, significantly left so. Well struck by Vlap. Shows some good interplay all evening. Flap and Esposito. Really trusting one another. Really looking for each other too. Can Al Ali seal it and put it to bed here? Put it away. Now Rusan. Another chance. It's nicely played into Yansane. Flappers just peeled off. Still Yansane. Yansane down in the area. And there's some appeals for a penalty from Al Ali players. Al Hussein meanwhile get on with trying to find their way into the Al Ali area. Scampering forward. That's an outstanding tackle. Because just for a moment they were in behind. And they come again. That would be a Hussein, who have upped the gears in the last few minutes. Cobbling, 24-year-old. This was the run from Ahli. Good pace. They needed a squizzily timed tackle. That's what it got. Outswinger. Esposito getting his head to it and then chasing it down as well. And still trying to do the work as he overrun it. Well, he has a little bit. Hussein pick it back up. They're down in the area, but they're playing on for now. And still they're playing on well. This was about the player down. Striker goal from distance and just past the post from Pedro. And it was worth an effort if you can hit it like that. It's Hussein who's down. The skipper. Is this the sort of challenge that will draw the attention of the VAR crew? Just a shove from Amraoui. You're advised to raise your hands. Both of them doing so. Hussein feeling the force more, let's say. Will there be any decision made off the pitch that could give Hussein in stoppage time of this Champions League 2 quarter-final a lifeline back into this game? I would say 6 of one and half a dozen of another. I am not the one making the decisions.
Let me confirm to VAR first. How many minutes? I will tell you.
Having already confirmed 1 goal tonight for the Draxler corner. VAR, as you could hear there, being consulted. Possible drama at the end of this tie is Sané down in the area. Half-hearted appeals, that's the tackle to deny Al-Namane. It's brilliantly timed.
Mansour, good.
Hussein will be leaving the field for the time being. Still, need a signal from the referee to work out what the next stage in this game is.
From we restart after this, is it correct?
Is that a suggestion there may be 6 minutes of additional time? And so we're already nearly 2.5 minutes through them. So Hussein, now their skipper. In the final minutes of this game, and no decision, as you can see, to award Hussein a penalty, which I feel Ahli would have complained long and hard about all night had it been given. Marwan forward. Flat. A lovely bit of skill from him. And then looking forward to young Sané. Comes and gathers. Flat goes to stop Hussein coming forward. Substitutions. Ahmed Mansour, the central midfielder, will be coming on just to lock things up in the centre of the park. Ganan also coming on. Run the clock down here. Remove some of the momentum. Jan Sane has been heavily involved. Been frustrated by Yazid in the Al Hussein goal. He's also too
Substitution for Ahli phenomenally hard. Number 20 Hamad Mansour.
See their team over the line. Absolutely delighted to have done their job. Hussein still waiting to come on. Marwan comes a long way, drops it. Helped out by his teammates. 5 minutes. Additional time already played. Vlap pick this up and he just needs to find a player in white. Lifted over the top. And there he is. Just got on his top. And he has pointed to the spot, and Ahli have the chance to seal this in perfect fashion. Right at the death, to put this tie beyond any doubt. One substitute with another. Narmane just clipping Ganan, who's barely been on the pitch for any amount of time, less than a minute, and within doing so, he's won his side a spot kick and an effort from 12 yards that could take Ahli into Wednesday's semi-final in the Western region of the Champions League 2 against Nasser of Saudi Arabia. Vlap, the leading scorer for the Qatari side, with 5 goals so far. A chance to get a 6th, a 3rd for Ahli on the night, and book their passage in the semi-finals of the competition, which he certainly has done. Narmane, well, he cannot believe what he's done, the 21-year-old.
Scored by player number 14, Hussein.
2-goal cushion at this late stage.
فريق الأهلي القطري سجلها اللاعب رقم 14
Hussein to recover from. Cool as you like. And a dangerous touchman. And he continues his fine form in front of goal. In this competition, the former FC 20 man never once looked like he would be missing. Vlap is now down on the floor. Yeah, looking fairly stunned by the decision that's gone against his side. And Al Hussein will reflect on this game and wonder where it went wrong. He just didn't have the composure on the ball that Al Ahli have had all night. Always seem to have more time, more options, more space, and more presence up front as well. And then forward again here, Yazid cannons it into Ganan. His error. Now Hussein goalkeeper to allow Julian Draxler's corner to drift in. Will be seen as a turning point, the key moment, I'm sure, in this game. With Abu Al-Jazar trying, hoping something to happen for Al Hussein, and instead goal kick to Al Ahli. Will surely take their time. And look at the watch from the referee. I think Al Hussein, no, it is dead and buried now. You can hear the quietness from the fans as well. It is the hope that kills you, but not when you're 2-0 down in the 99th minute. of the game. Another look from the official. Bodies again in the middle for Al Hussein. Can they find them when it's turned behind through a corner? That has been part of the problem. Just not been able to fashion clear-cut chances throughout the game. Only one's really coming for the goal when Coffey's header against the post was turned home by Kashi. Otherwise, a long-range effort from Aref El Hajj. And they do something here. Swung in. That's a better delivery. Well met as well by Rezik. Nawan alert to it to turn it around for another corner. Knocking on the door late on Al Hussein. Will it be anything more than a consolation? Into the middle it goes. And cleared away now after a little bit of pinball in the area. We are about to go past the 100th minute mark. No, we're not, because the referee blows his final whistle. And Ahli of Qatar are into the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League 2. They were up against the champions from Jordan, Al Hussein, who found it hard to live with the Qataris. Eric Exposito giving Al Ahli the dream start with a goal just after 1 minute of play. Youssef Kashi equalising midway through the first half, but then midway through the second, Julian Draxler, the German World Cup winner, turning home from a corner as he Abdullah Al Hussein, goalkeeper, flapping hideously at it, and then deep into stoppage time. Michel Vlad from the penalty spot sealed the win. Al Hussein can reflect on a fine campaign. For Al Ahli, the journey is not over. They will meet Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr on Wednesday. Sadio Mane too, of course, for the Saudi side. And the winner of that match will be meeting Gamba Osaka of Japan in the final in the middle of May. It's been a night to remember for Al Ahli. They've got work to do again in just 3 days' time. It has ended at the Zabil Stadium in Dubai. Al Ahli 3, Al Hussein 1.